Alright guys, we got another oldie but a goodie here today. This is out of a 79 Buick Regal. It's the good old 350 Trans, or THM Turbo Hydromatic 350 Trans. This did not move forward, not even sure if it moved backwards, but I know it was towed in. So we're going to open this up. The fluid is burnt, the transmission is definitely burnt. We're going to open this up and see what we find. So what I'm going to do is start by taking the stuff off from the outside. Okay, we'll take the zip the tail off first. Here is the speedometer gear. I took the bracket off already. Alright, there's the housing and the speedo gear. Alright, now we're going to zip the tail off. We're going to take the governor cover off and the accumulator on the side. Okay, so let's start with this here. Alright, here's the tail. Then you have your extension housing bushing. We're going to check that out. And here's an O-ring that seals it. Alright, now we're going to have to take this ear off because this shaft is going to come out that way. And we just got to be careful with this. Sometimes these gears crack if you're not careful, but it happens. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is pull that governor cover off. Here is the clip. Pop the clip out. And then we're going to pop the cover off. Okay, this also has an O-ring to seal the cover. And the governor comes right out. And we want to make sure that the valve in here is free. Alright, the next we got over here in the corner is our vacuum modulator. That, along with the governor, is what makes the car shift. So let's see if we can get that bracket off. Okay, here's the bracket for the modulator. This is bent. This is supposed to be straight. So we know that's going to be changed. And then in here is a valve. Let's see if I can find my... if we can get this out. Okay, there is the modulator valve. Alright, now next is the accumulator. This has got a spring behind it. I actually have a tool to put this back in. But the way you get this out is there's a little hole right here, and you use a little punch, something like this, to knock the clip out. So I'm going to bang it through the hole. Okay, and that kind of knocked the snap ring out. Then I'll get my screwdriver and take it out the rest of the way. And that's how you get the clip out. Alright, here is the cover, O-ring. Alright, here's the accumulated cover. Here is the spring. A lot of times these springs like to break. And the piston. is right here. Alright, so now let's see if we can get this clip off. This governor gear. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull down the clip with my finger and then try to knock this thing out evenly so it doesn't break. Let me get a pair of channel locks. I'll try that. With these here. Okay, these are my crimp pliers for my axle boots. So I'm going to pull down on the clip, and you got to try to hit this off very gently, because I said, like, it does like to crack. All right, it's moving. There's the gear, and here is the clip. Okay, so we'll put these in here. That actually went pretty well. Alright, so now we're going to take the pump bolts out. I got 3 of them loose already, just got to get the rest of them out. And also this stator, when I get the pump out, I'm going to show you the pump. The stator is actually stripped, and I have another one on the shelf in the back, and I'll get it out and show you what the difference is. Okay. I don't think I can use my tool to get this out, because there's nothing left, but let's try it. Let's see if I can get my tool. Okay. Alright, so let's see if we can get this pump out with this puller. The stator is bad, so I'm not sure this is going to come out. Alright, it actually is coming out. Alright, so here's the pump, and there absolutely is no, this here, for the stator, for the spline, should come at least like down to here, and there's absolutely nothing there. So I'm going to show you what it should look like. Alrighty, and we got a total of about 5 rings here, steel rings. We're going to open this pump up later. Well, let's put it aside for now. Alright, I guess we'll take these intermediate clutches out, and then we'll probably flip it and drop the valve body. Okay, here's the weight. And then we got the alternating clutches and steels. Get rid of this gasket. Alright, these clutches are all flaking. I'm sure the screen is going to probably be clogged. Alright, so these are the intermediate. Alright, you know what, let me just back this thing out a little bit. Okay. Alright, so we're going to get the pan down. Only couple of bolts in a pan because the R&R tech disconnected the cable by dropping the pan. Now here's the pan. Looks like they tried to service it at one point, but it's all full of crap here. Alright, so now we're going to take this filter off. I'm sure this thing's going to be loaded. Alright, here is your filter. Got a bunch of crap right up in here. And your filter gasket. Okay, so next we're going to zip off this valve body. This is just your typical non-lock-up trans. All these valve body bolts are all the same length, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, let's see if this thing will come off. Nope, one more. It's been a while since I did one of these. Okay, let's try it again. Might be, oh, there is another one. There we go. Okay. Manual valve. Here's the clip that hooks up, or that hooks the manual valve up to the linkage. Your kickdown goes here. The cable that they disconnected goes right there. Okay. Now we have a tension plate here we're going to get rid of. This is for the band. Alright, so these again are 1/2 inch. I think on these there might be maybe 3 check balls in the case. I honestly don't remember. Alright, so we got 1, I think 2, 3, okay, looks like there's about 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're all steel. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that's that. Now it's going to take this off, which holds the arm in place. That looks like it's 9/16. Let's see if we can get it with this. Ooh, I didn't think so. Some soil right quick. I'm going to pull the drums out. We got the band. We got to release the band. Then we can take the drums and the band out together. Let's try this here. All right, here's your typical band. I think it's for manual second. Here we have your direct drum. And then we have a bearing in between the two drums. Well, actually, and this here is a spray for second. Turns one way, locks the other. You want to check this for ring grooves. A lot of these bushings, I used to change a lot of these bushings in the 350s. All right, now we're going to have a snap ring. All right, here's another bearing on the Planet. Got to see where the opening is. Okay, let's see how easy we can get that out. For that, I use the bent pliers. You know, they got an angle right here. If I can get these things in. All right. I'm going to try to get this clip out. I couldn't use the, these bent ones don't actually fit. I might have got it started. Let's give it another shot here. Okay. Okay. Here's that little clip. All right, here is your front Planet. Typical, you want to make sure the gears, you know, are good, they don't rock. There's a bearing in here. You want to make sure that bearing is good. This one here, this gear actually is no good. I don't know if you can see. All right, so here's a good one. Actually, this is no good either. This is rocking. All right, this one is okay. This is not rocking at all, and this one's a little worse. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. The gear is actually rocking, you know, kind of moving like that, and that is no good. The pin inside where the bearings are is worn out, so this is no good. That's got to be changed. And here's the ring gear that's stuck in the forward drum. So when we take this apart, we'll get that out. Probably the clutches are going to be stuck to that. Okay, here's your sun gear and shell. You got your washer for the center support, kind of like a 4L60E. All right, we're going to take the snap ring out. The setup in the back is similar to a 4L60E. Got your center support, there's the anti-rattle clip for their Planet and the low reverse buttons. Alright, this might be worn a little bit. Yes, it is. So what I got to do is use my snap ring pliers to move the center support, because the case is worn a little bit. So I'm going to move the center support back to where the openings are square, and then give it a shot. It comes right out. So I kind of stuck the snap ring pliers in between the case and one of the lugs and twisted it back because the case is a little worn. Okay, so here's your center support. Here's the low reverse frictions. Of course, they're all flaked off here. So this, of course, is going to get a banner kit. And you have a bearing in here. Bearing here, and you have a bearing here. Here is your rattle clip for the center support, kind of looks just like a 4L60E, and the low reverse clutches. Alright, there is that piston down in there. Probably get that out a little later. Let's open up these drums, and then I'll see if I'll probably set that up. All right, so let's open up these drums. First is the forward drum. This is the ring gear is attached to it. All right, here's the pressure plate. And all these other ones. These are the forward frictions and steels. They are completely destroyed. There's not even any material left on. And it's all stuck to the ring gear. So we'll work on getting that out. So that's what that looks like. And there's a bushing in here that's going to be changed. Okay, and we got a couple of more. Completely destroyed. And then you have your wave down at the bottom. That will get reused and put back. Okay, now here, you got 3 little tabs here. You have a plastic washer. That goes right there. And this is the forward drum. Okay, now we got the direct drum, or third. Okay, these don't look too bad, but again, they are going to be changed anyway because I'm putting a banner kit in this. Then we have, this is your spray, so let's take a look at that. I'm going to take this clip out, snap ring. Okay, here's the cover. And this spray here we're going to change as well. That's it here, the second gear. And this is the direct drum, the band rides here. you have your pump. We'll open that, check the gears. This is the intermediate piston and return spring. So let's see if we can get these bolts out. All right, where is my ½ inch? Okay, so we got the return springs for the intermediate clutch, the intermediate piston. Here is your stator, which actually is stripped. I'm going to pause the camera in a few minutes and get you another pump and show you the difference. So just take a look at that and remember what it looks like. All right, and here are your pump gears. Actually look pretty good. Not much wear at all on the gear. And just like anything else, you want to check the pocket, the crescent. Actually feels pretty good. Okay, so this is the 350 torn down, and again, obviously this thing had no forward movement by the looks of the forward frictions. So I just want to pause the camera now when I get another pump down from the shelf. It's all the way up on the top because of course we don't use them much, and I'll show you the difference in the stators where the splines should be. So I'll be right back. All right, I found this pump. It's actually the wrong one, but I just want to show you what the stator should look like. As if you can see what this one looks like here with all the splines versus the one that came out of the car. That doesn't really have any splines except for right at the end. So that pump is no good. This pump obviously is no good. And I think the way they tell the difference on these is it's either a bearing or a washer style, and if there's 5 or 6 rings. So I have 5 steel rings and 1 Teflon, and this one I just have 5 steel. So this pump, and it is a bearing style, but this pump is different because there's 1 extra ring here. So I'll have to get the pump. Planetary, actually, I found up on the shelf. I got to get that, and that's about it. So once again, this 350 trans, turbo hydromatic 350. We found the forward clutch was wiped out. This car was towed in, did not move forward, and we're going to be doing an overhaul. When I do an overhaul on these, I get a banner kit, which consists of the kit and clutches. I do most of the bushings, if not all of the bushings, and whatever steels have to be changed, filter, converter, and we flush these lines out real good. And I guess that's about it. So I thank you guys for watching once again, and we will see you on the next one.